Hey everyone, Colt Capperrune here. Thanks for stopping by for another video. Today we are going to be tackling kind of a tough one. There seem to be two types of people in music and kind of in arts in general. And the first type of person believes that you should never work for free ever, no matter what. You get paid for your art because you are worth something. And the other person is just happy with exposure. They just want to play gigs. They just want to mix. They just want to produce for people. They don't care if they get paid. However, like most things in life, the correct answer, the appropriate answer is somewhere in the middle and is different for every person individually. So today we're going to unpack this and we're going to get to the bottom of it, and by the end of this video you should have a much better grasp on when you should work for free and when you shouldn't work for free. Now, like always, we're going to be discussing this from the point of view of how do we get you to the point of paying your bills with music, making your living with music in as short of amount of time as possible. So first we need to revisit how to actually set your rates, what it is that you charge. Now, I have a whole video going over this specific topic. I'll put a link in the description below where you can check that video out when you're done watching this video. But for the sake of this video, I'll do a very quick recap. A common misconception is that your talent determines your worth. Now, this is completely false. Talent can influence your worth, but demand is what determines your worth. If there are 0 people lining up to pay you for what it is that you do, if no one's ready to give you money for what you do, it doesn't really matter how talented you are, how good you are. It means that you're not actually worth anything. To the contrary, if you're extremely in demand, your talent is almost irrelevant. Now, talent does influence it, and it's harder to become in demand if you're not talented. However, the demand is the mechanism that determines what you can charge and what you get paid. So the question then becomes, how do you get people to pay you for your work? Or for some of you watching, hopefully the question is more like, how do you get more people to pay you for your work than the amount of people that are paying you right now? So this is the point when sometimes it can be advantageous to work for free. But first, I think we should talk about when you should not work for free. What is working for free absolutely not gonna get you? And that will better help us frame up what it is going to accomplish for you if you decide to do it on specific situations. Okay, so the first big misconception that I want to just put to bed and get out of the way right away here is working with an artist or a label or whoever, it actually doesn't really matter, working with someone for free will almost never turn that person into a paying client in the future. Throughout my 18-year career and thousands and thousands and thousands of songs, I have never once worked with someone for free that ended up paying me down the road for a different project. So my point here, and I really want to drive this one home, in my opinion, you should never work for free if your goal for working for free is to eventually get that person to pay you, because they're not going to. That person that you did the free work for is not likely ever going to end up paying you for the same type of work. So this means that you need to be very smart and calculated about when you work for free. And when you work for free, it has to accomplish something for you, something real, something you would have had a real hard time accomplishing had you not done this work for free. So doing some work for free could be a resume builder for you. So if you do some work for free with an artist that is maybe out of reach for you status-wise, that this artist probably wouldn't ever actually hire you, but you do some free work for them, this can be a great resume builder. You then get to tell people that you worked with this artist that is of a particular status, and you get to put on your website that you worked with them, and hopefully you can share the music that you created with them on your website or on your socials, which could lead to more work in the future, or hopefully higher status work in the future, a higher status of artist, a higher level of success artist being willing to hire you because you worked with this other person. Now that artist that you did the work for free for, they're probably not going to hire you. So you have to go into this knowing that they're probably not going to hire you in the future, but if it's worth it to you, maybe you'll get better work, higher end work, more work in the future. Or you do some work for someone for free that is maybe considerably more talented than your current roster of clients. Then you get to tell people about it and show it to people, and you get to put it on your website. And the goal for this would be that you now have some work to show for yourself that is significantly higher quality than what you had available to show people before. You get to put this on your website and share it on your socials, and this could lead to more work for you and also help you level up. Working for free as an engineer or an assistant in a session with a producer or an engineer that is considerably more successful than yourself. This might get you some experience. It might gain you some perspective. It might help show you how things work in a very, very pro setting, and then you can pass that experience on to your own clients and hopefully give them a much more professional experience, which would increase the likelihood of them hiring you again, and would also make it more likely that they would tell other people how great it was to work with you, increasing the amount of work that could come through your doors. The point here is that if you're going to do work for free, you have to be able to identify exactly what it could potentially do for you in the future. And if you can't figure out exactly how it's going to benefit you in the future, and I mean exactly how it's going to benefit you, then you shouldn't do it. You shouldn't work for free. In my personal opinion, you should only work for free if it is for sure going to get more people to pay attention to what you do, more people to be willing to pay you for what you do, or a higher level of people being willing to pay you for what you do, and ideally all three of the above. Going back to the question that we asked in the beginning of this video is, how do you get people to pay you for your work? Or hopefully, how do you get more people to pay you for your work? Sometimes working for free is how you accomplish this. I have done a lot of free work throughout my career, and a lot of it did nothing for me, and some of it did a considerable amount for me. If I had known what I have just explained in this video, I could have been much more strategic and much more calculated about the work that I did for free, meaning that my trajectory of my career probably would have been steeper and faster. And this is why the answer to the question, should you work for free? This is really different for every single person. It's dependent on your situation. It's dependent on where you are within your career. It's dependent on the type of artist or client that you may potentially do free work for, and if it's going to get you something that you couldn't have accomplished without having done that free work. The correct answer to this question is different for every single one of you, so I hope that I shed some light on this subject for you, and you walked away from this video having a better idea of when you should work for free and when you definitely shouldn't work for free. And these same principles can follow through to just about everything. An artist playing free shows, or a session player playing for free on artists' records, or being a plumber or running a bakery. I mean, it literally transfers to everything in life. Don't forget to check out the link in the description to the video where I go in considerably more detail on setting your rates as an artist and as a mixer and as a producer, all kinds of things. It's a good video, so hit the link in the description and check that out. Thank you guys so much for watching. Again, don't forget to subscribe and get the thumbs up and drop me a comment, share with your friends. All that stuff really helps these videos out, and I appreciate it so much. And I guess that's it for me. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.